This is going to be a quick guide on resetting your password with a Linux live media using chroot. This will work so long as your drive is unencrypted, or even if your drive is encrypted and you know the decryption phrase. So I'm going to go ahead and assume that I've forgotten my password. So I'm just going to type that in and say that that was my password. It's going to fail to authenticate. And so if you've ever forgotten your password, here is a good solution for doing it. This is a virtual machine, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to mount the live media now on my CD-ROM. I'm going to go ahead and drop down. I'm using Chimera because this is my Chimera VM. This will work with any live media for any distro. So say you forgot your password on Arch, you can actually use an Ubuntu live disk to do this as well. So we're going to go ahead and click apply to mount that. I'm going to go ahead and change my boot options to boot from the SATA disk first, or the disk first. I'm going to click apply again. It says it's going to take effect after the next shutdown. That's only for QEMU. If you mount the USB drive, you should know how to get to it and boot it on your bare hardware. So I'm going to go ahead and shut down the VM. It's not shutting down because it's probably using the power button option. So I'm going to force shut it down. Force reset, actually. And we'll go ahead and boot into the live disk. Now. It did not boot into the live disk. Nice. Give me a sec. I might have to fully shut it down. Force off. Now, I'm gonna run the virtual machine again. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and just boot directly into it. Don't worry about the error. I'm gonna wait for the display manager to start, hopefully. Okay, so now we have the display manager. Just gonna open a terminal real quick. And I'm gonna change that to, hang on, I'm gonna go into the settings and change to dark mode real quick. Dark, just so we can see, as I am blind. Okay, so it didn't change the terminal. Nice. One sec. Okay, so we're gonna go in and change it in preference. Dark. And then I'm actually gonna resize the font real quick. Font, so it's easy to see. We'll do 18. Because I'm blind, that didn't work. Please, GNOME developers, fix this problem. Okay, so next we're gonna do ls bulk, or block, however you want to say it. And you see I have these partitions here. This is my UEFI partition. I don't need to mount that. I do need to mount this. So we're gonna do media root. If you're on an Arch ISO, the /mnt for mount directory should be there already, and you can mount to that. So oh, hang on. We're gonna have to change to root. That's not a big deal. All right, I think the password is Chimera. It is, so I'm going to switch to bash for my interactive shell. Okay, now, all right, and then we're going to do mount dev VDA, VDA2 media root. Okay, and then all we need to do from there is chroot media root, because we're not doing anything that requires any sort of binding or anything like that. We're just changing a file. Should be able to do this. All right, and we'll do bash again. And then all we need to do is this password, and I know my username is Cadet. And I'm going to go ahead and change the password. And then we're going to exit. And we're going to umount media root. Then we're going to power off. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to change my boot priority again. I'm also going to tell it that I don't need that. I'm going to just save, clear this out, apply, verify that my boot priority is correct, and then we're going to go back, run. Gonna log in. And we are good. I hope that was helpful. I know it was a quick rush. I'm not going to edit this, so I apologize. Hopefully it was easy to follow along. I will also do a markdown write-up on this and maybe post it on my blog site. I'm in a hurry today, and someone asked me for some help, so that's why I'm talking fast, and I went through this very quickly. Thank you. Thank you.